Hello, hello. So first, before we even get into it, well, first, welcome to the stream. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. First, I apologize up front for audio. It's not good. I know that. You know that. The thing is that this computer's terrible, but I have not invested in a new one yet. So my mic can't plug into it anymore. So it's not ideal. Second of all, so this is going to be the beginning of maybe a series, depending on how this first one goes, where maybe like once a month we'll get together and discuss one of the One Piece movies. We'll go through them chronologically. We're starting at number 1. I have seen a couple of them. I know I've seen Red, Z, and maybe one other or 2 others. I don't know. Whatever I've seen, I barely remember anyway. I know I've seen Film Red, and I do remember that one. But a couple of them, back when I first caught up with One Piece, I watched a couple of the movies, but I haven't watched most of them, and it's been a while. So I figured we could go through them together. I'm not streaming the movie. I've already watched it. But my plan today is to talk through the movie, discuss it, share my thoughts, hear your thoughts. But we're also going to be playing some games. So we have some trivia sections. We have some prizes that are absolutely worthless that you can earn if you win your trivia, and one other game in there as well as we go along. So I'm trying to make it a little bit more interactive. You can let me know how you like it. So we are talking about One Piece, the first movie. Oh, shucks. I just realized I forgot to set something up that I should have set up. The fact that I didn't consider this beforehand is quite unfortunate. Okay, it'll be fine. We'll just pretend that it doesn't matter. Anyway, so we are going to talk about the first One Piece movie. I'm going to go through it and chat with you about it, as well as play some games. So how are you here and also on Chatting with Nuts? Well, I was I was in the chat for Chatting with Nuts until I had to go live, and then I had to leave, unfortunately, but I'll continue to watch it back afterwards. One Piece is mid. My friend, you are in the wrong place. So will this stay live on YouTube? Yeah, it'll stay on YouTube. So we're talking about the first One Piece movie, and we're talking about it with spoilers. So hopefully you've watched it. If not, hopefully you don't care about spoilers. So the One Piece movie is, how can I make that different? No, I can't. The One Piece movie is following this fella. His name is Wunan, aka the Gold Pirate. He had so much treasure that it would light up the night sky. He then supposedly hid it on an island and left a treasure map. So the setup of the story is that Nami wants to find the gold herself, naturally, and she's already got some clues that she's hoping to follow, but all she really needs left is it a recap of East Blue? No, it's its own side quest story. Anyway, all she needs to do is she needs to find the map. That way they can get to the island and they can find it somewhere on the island. So the story starts off, or rather after the exposition, after the setup, the first time that we hang out with the Straw Hats that we have in the story, which is Luffy, Nami, Usopp, and Zoro. The first time that we encounter them, they are having all of their treasure stolen. And the reason they're having their treasure stolen is because they're squabbling over something. So first game piece, first question we have tonight is, the Straw Hats start off on the Mary, and while they're fighting over something, thieves board the ship and steal all their berries. So this is the question. What are the Straw Hats arguing over? Is it a grain of rice, Zoro's sword, Usopp's dignity, Luffy said something dumb, or the map to the Gold Island? So the way I'm going to do this, y'all, the way I'm going to do this is you have to put in the chat what you think the answer is. And I'm going to randomly select one comment without looking, and that is the answer. So whatever you say, make sure that you have your final answer locked in, because if I choose your comment and you're wrong, you will miss out on one of your prizes, because there's only four chances to win a prize throughout this stream. And if you miss a question, then you miss out on one of the prizes. I don't know why I'm over explaining this. Okay. All right. I am choosing a comment randomly to see what the answer is going to be. Luffy said something dumb. Nix, I'm very sorry. That is not the correct answer. They were actually, they were actually fighting over a grain of rice. So I loved this bit. This movie is, what? This all makes total sense. What do you mean? Is that sarcasm? Are you serious? What doesn't make sense? Or it does. Doesn't Luffy always say something dumb? He does, actually. So here's the thing. Okay, this is what I want to tell you about, because I loved this scene so much. So it starts off with everyone moaning and whining about how hungry they are, and they haven't eaten in a week. And so Nami says, I packed enough food for us to have a month-long journey at sea, and it's gone in 3 days. Luffy, did you eat it all in 3 days? Luffy just turns to her with a totally serious face. He goes, yep, but he says it with this like energetic, excited. I want you to watch the scene. If anyone has not seen the movie recently, I hope you do. I hope you'll go back and rewatch it, because I enjoyed this movie so much. And it's stuff like this that made me so happy. Oh, okay. Good, thanks. That makes me so happy, because Nami was so mad and he was not picking up on the tone at all. So what happened was, Luffy opened up that and he saw that there was one grain of rice, and then they were all squabbling over it. And then these thieves came onto the ship. They take all of their gold and they leave. Luffy's line, oh golly gee. Luffy's line was so good. He said, he looked over at the thieves and he said, are they bad fellows? And Usopp's response was, who knows? The treasure was stolen in the first place. And so Nami's mad, obviously, because she's like, yes, they're bad. But because the thieves then just threw the Straw Hats some rice balls, they were like, here, you can have these. And so then they were all wolfing them down, and they're like, no, they're totally fine. So then Luffy went and asked them for more rice balls, and one of the thieves shot him between the eyes, like pulled out a gun and just shot him right here. Luffy falls over. The Straw Hats just look at him, don't react at all. And then he hops up and he goes, Nami, they're bad fellows. It's like, I loved this scene so much. So that was how the movie started. Now, you did not earn a prize this time, unfortunately. So this is a look at what the prizes are going to be after each question. If you get one correct, then you get to choose one of the Straw Hats that are active in this movie to receive their prize. It's the gift that they are going to give. So I'll allow you guys to choose which prize you want to select. So you have 3 more chances to get a prize. So the next thing that happens in this movie is Luffy is kind of mad because he realizes that they're not so great. So he accidentally destroys their ship. And then this right here, this is El Drago. He's our antagonist of the movie. So he does something, we don't know what, but some sort of beam seems to come out of his mouth, and he destroys the ship that much more. So Luffy, well, what happened was, so Luffy was thrown into the water. Zoro dove into the water to save him, and Usopp also was toppled off of the Mary and fell into the water. No one cared. Zoro didn't pay any attention to Usopp. Nami didn't pay any attention to Usopp. For all we know, the man drowned, and no one batted an eye. But Zoro did save Luffy, and then didn't go looking for Usopp after that. And instead, Zoro, Luffy, and this kid, whose name is Tobio, all get on a little plank of wood. and Zoro and Luffy smell food, so they abandon the Mary and drowning Usopp to go find a restaurant that's nearby. This restaurant happens to be owned by Tobio's granddad. And the scene that I have right here in the bottom left corner is after Luffy wolfed down all of his Oden and all of Zoro's Oden when Zoro wasn't looking. So Zoro started beating him up until more Oden was put on the table. And then that's the look on Zoro's face when he pops out of the cloud of fight to go back to eating. And I just think it's delightful. Like I don't know. It has very nostalgic vibes. It's very like old school One Piece vibes. And I love it. So the next thing, okay, our next question is, so when they are eating their Oden, it's like an obscene amount of food that they eat. You know, you've seen Luffy eat. Well, it's Luffy and Zoro eating after a week of no food. And they, it's listed off all that they eat. What happened to Usopp? I'll let you know. He didn't die. It would be crazy though. Would it not be crazy? Would it not be crazy if this movie was like, so anyway, Usopp's dead. And then we just go on with the series after that? So, but don't worry, he doesn't. He doesn't die. We just don't know what's happening yet. So it's an obscene amount of food. And and then he tells them that it costs 11 berries, which is very low, but also they were just robbed. So they got nothing. So Luffy offers something else instead. Do you think it is? A grain of rice, Zoro's sword, a favor, a rock, or Tobio, the kid? So I'm going to look away. Y'all are doing a good job. I'm going to look away and then randomly click a comment, and we have a rock. You did it. Yes, that is correct. I hope you're not Googling. Luffy offered a rock as payment, as a gift, an autographed rock. Is it autographed? Is that what it is? There was no translation on screen, so I couldn't actually tell what it was. The kid. No, it was not the kid, but that would be really funny if he was like, I don't really know this kid. Do you want him? No, it was not a kid. I think your slides kind of gave it away, Murphy. Oh, right. Okay, hang on. Let me hide the slides if I can figure out. You cheaters! The Rock said IOU. That makes sense too. Oh, Lynn, you're about to get yelled at in the chat. They don't appreciate a snitch. It says rock. Really? He just wrote rock on the rock? That would be really funny. Yeah, but there were too many people that knew this answer, whereas the last answer they didn't. I didn't look at the slide, I promise. All right. Nanual Lee Walker, since you didn't look at the slide, you tell me which prize would you like to get? Don't pick Luffy. Oh, wait, no, you can pick Luffy. Pick any. Whose prize do you want to win? You have to answer quickly, though. Otherwise, I'm going to pick some other person talking. That's such a good reaction. I was cheating in life. It's One Piece, the dumbest answer usually. See, I thought Tobio was a better one. Okay, you choose Zoro. Great option. Actually, that is genuinely a great choice because Zoro, oh shucks, there we go. Zoro was actually my favorite of the prizes that you can win. So, sorry. I didn't know how to do this quickly. Well, I did. I just didn't know how to do it quickly and still be kind of lazy. So give me 1 second to pull this up. Nope, I did it wrong. 1 second again. Talk amongst yourselves. You're fine. Okay, so you chose the Zoro prize. Now remember that there are only 4 questions that y'all can answer during the stream, and there are 4 prizes to receive. So there will be some prizes that you won't be receiving, but you do get the Zoro prize, which again is my favorite, which I will show you right. This is going so well. Now, okay, your Zorro prize is that you get to have a drink with the Straw Hats. So, camaraderie. You get to hang out with the Straw Hats. I think that's pretty good. Now I have to pull back up the other thing. There. Okay. So, next bit. Tag on. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Is that the next bit? Okay. So, the next thing that happens in the series is that Zorro, no, not Zorro, Usopp washes up on shore. So, he washes up on the actual island. Yay! I'm glad you guys like the prize. No, you can't choose Nami until you get an answer right. Good. I'm glad you like it. So, Usopp watches up on shore. He somehow, even though we watched him fall off the ship into the water, somehow he ended up in a barrel, had a nap in that barrel, and then washed up on shore. Nope, he's not dead. Isn't that a delight? So he washes up on shore on the Gold Island. Unfortunately, El Drago and his entire crew are there too. So they see him. Yes, Usopp survived. They see him and they say, okay, let's kill this guy. But Usopp lies and says, no, I know where the treasure is. I can totally read your treasure map. So they give him the treasure map that Nami was wanting. And Usopp makes something up. Can you put the slides back up? Did I not? I think they're up. Can you not see them? Anyway, let me know if you can't see the slides right now. I have 3 pictures on screen right now, or at least I should. So they arrive on the island and Usopp is in trouble. It's not going so well for him. So Nami shows up and pretends to be, okay, good. Pretends to be the daughter of the person who hid the treasure. So they make up this story. All you have to do is dig for 3 days in this exact spot. But because El Drago has the ability to emit such strong sound waves that he can just destroy things, I don't know how it doesn't burst their eardrums, or like nobody reacts. Literally nobody seems to care. But this is him right here in the bottom right-hand corner. That's him using his devil fruit. He's basically like firing a razor, honestly. Like that's basically what it is. So he does that to drill through the spot that they're supposed to dig for 3 days. And it's very clear very quickly that, Usopp was lying. In the meanwhile, Luffy and Zoro have been tied to an anchor because they couldn't pay their debt. And they're also on the island. So, okay, next question is, what is the first thing that they do to find the treasure? So after they all get free, after everybody gets away from El Drago's crew, what do you think is the first thing that they do in order to try to locate the treasure? Do they find a high point? Do they burn the map? Usopp trips over a clue? Tobio reveals that he was Woonan the whole time? Or do they eat more Odin? What do you think happens? Usopp lying? No way. I know, right? All right, I'm going to cover my eyes. First, let me find the chat. Okay, I'm going to cover my eyes, and I will select a random comment. And the random comment is the one that answers the question and sees if you guys get another prize. Burn the map! Good job, Basil. You can choose the next prize. That is exactly correct. Nami lights a match because she thinks there is some sort of secret hidden writing on the map, and she accidentally burns the thing. She just burns the whole thing up, and it's very unfortunate. So, Basil, you get to choose. What prize would you like to receive? I loved that sequence. It was so funny because as soon as she burned up the whole map and everyone was so mad at her, she's just like, so anyway, we need to get to the Grand Line. We have like a mission to accomplish, acting as if they were not just trying to find all this gold. And they're like, no, you can't just change the subject. So it didn't go so well for her. So yes, you get another prize. Basil gets to choose the prize. Let us know which one you want, and I will quickly get your next prize pulled up for you. But you got to be quick, Basil. Nami's prize. Nami's prize is just an IOU. I almost did that actually, or I almost did a match for Nami. But I wanted each prize to be at least worth something. Jojo, you are not Basil. Basil, you have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, Jojo, you get to choose. It's Nami. So, I think the Nami prize is decent, though it does come with a slight caveat. Bet I can do it faster this time than last time. Watch me. Oh, shucks. Maybe I won't. So Nami's prize is nice in theory. I will have it pulled up in 5, 4, 3. I should have just done the work to have it ready so that there would be no pausing. Listen, I never claimed to be a streamer. That has never been my MO. And there is a very distinct reason for that. But anyway, I guess I'll just chatter for a second while I pull this up. Oh, wait, no, you can see me pulling it up right now. It's gold. So the way I figured it was that Nami might have dropped a piece of gold and you picked it up and that's your prize for like a second. Or maybe she gives you a piece of gold and she says, here you go. Thanks so much for helping me. And then once you turn around, she just steals it back. So technically you got some gold for like a second. Yes, I know. Yes, it's great. You get gold. You will lose it. It won't stay with you. Hi. So it's like a temporary prize, but at least for a moment, you got a little bit of gold. So next bit, actually, let me check in on super chats because I'm really bad about not getting to those in a timely manner. Jonathan said, oh my goodness, One Piece video. I want to win all the trophies. I can't stay, but I claim that I win. Well, Jonathan, you win. Thank you for the super chat. And Undercover Cop said, watched the first couple movies a very long time ago, and I thought that they were fever dreams. I might need to rewatch. Yes, please do. I genuinely think that this first movie was so good. You're going to eat it? What are you going to gain from that? What could you possibly gain from eating the gold? Okay, well, I mean, you do you, I guess. Did you watch the movie dubbed or subbed? I don't know if dubbed is even an option. It's subbed. I didn't even check if dubbed was an option. So they're not an undercover cop. What do you know? So next, what happened after they burned the map was Usopp recited what was said on the map. And then they realized that the answer was that the tail of the whale was not facing in the direction they thought it was. It was facing in another direction. So they just have to climb a mountain. So they free solo. Now, many of you probably don't know this about me, but I have a particular point of ire with anime and manga. And the number of times that people free solo in anime and manga, it doesn't make sense. It happens in Hunter x Hunter. It happens in One Piece. It happens in The Climber. It happens in Vagabond. I know I'm forgetting some other stuff, but so often it happens. That's dumb. Don't do that thing. Go get some rope. Go get some. You can lead climb. You can actually create a route while you're climbing. I'm just saying this is dumb. So they free solo. They climb up a mountain. Along the way, they meet Gramps, Tobio's grandpa, and rope is for cowards. Okay. Alex Hommel. So they meet Grandpa in the mountain because he is actually, maybe it's bouldering, just a very big boulder. Oh my goodness. Yes, of course I've seen Free Solo. If he can just stretch and shoot everyone up. What a very good point. And I wonder why he didn't do that for Drum Island. Maybe he can't stretch that far. Anyway, so they climb up, they meet Gramps in the mountain because Gramps is also trying to get to the top of the mountain because he's trying to see Wunan again. Turns out, this is where we find out their backstory. They actually grew up best friends. They're basically like brothers. So they parted ways as kids because Wunan wanted to be an adventurer, a pirate, and he wanted Gonzo, which is Gramps' name, to join him on his pirate crew because they were like brothers. Gonzo said no because what he wanted to do with his life was make the best Odin and serve it to people. Wunan thought that was not a good dream. It wasn't worthy, and a man should have a better dream than that. So they fight, get into a physical fist fight, and then topple over the mountain. That's what you're seeing at the bottom left-hand corner. They topple over a mountain. At first, Gonzo saves Wunan, but then they end up falling, and they get caught on the pirate flag that Wunan was holding and trying to present to his best friend to get him to join the crew. But the flag is ripping. You know how stories go. The flag is ripping. It's not looking good. So Gonzo decides to let go so that Wunan hopefully will be safe. He sacrificed himself. So our next game. Oh, our last game. Oh my goodness. Look at us. We're making great time. It is time for our last game. What were Gonzo's last words to Wunan? If you know the phrase, don't put his last words in the chat because we're playing Hangman. So you have to guess it letter by letter. What were Gonzo's? Oh, catch me. Catch me. No. Hangman. Shala Prinny, thank you for the super chat. Just chamber up a mountain. Oh, you mean, I don't know the term chamber. Is that a climbing term? All right, first one in the chat. M. Oh no, I've forgotten what the phrase was. Okay, 1 second. I have it written down somewhere. I'm not sure where I wrote it down. Hold on, everybody. Stand by. Oh no, this is not good. Found it. Did I find it? Oh no. I'm going to find it. Why did I not make this more obvious for me to find? There it is. Okay, got it. Got it. Okay, M. I'm so sorry. M. Yes. That is an M, and it's a really good one, and you're not allowed to make fun of me for this M. So, what is, we went by default. What is the next letter that you would like to propose? Thank you. I agree. The host doesn't even know the name. I remembered it. I think I may have just forgotten again. Hold on. Let me highlight it on my document so that I can keep referencing it. Where did it go? There it is. Oh, yeah. No, I totally got this. Next one. T. Yes, we do have some T's. There's a T right here. And that's all. All right, next letter. O. Yes, we do have a couple of O's. Wait, what was the phrase? Oh, got it. Oh, right. We have 2 O's. No, we don't. We have 3 O's. So you have one word. Oh my goodness, we have 4 O's. And that's all finally. Goodness. Wait, you need to buy a vowel or something. That's crazy sauce. All right. Brandon King says B. Let me see here. Which, by the way, I'm just grabbing whatever comment is closest to me whenever I switch over back to the comments. There's no method here. So, nope, there is no B. You are starting to hang. That is a great B. You are starting to hang your man. Don't make fun of his misshapen head. He's very sensitive about it. All right. Steven says in. Whoops. Oh. I almost started saying the phrase. Okay, you had 1 M. Next up. Whoops. We have a D. Yes, there is, in fact, a D right here. And right here. We had 2 Ds. Good job. Next up. Why in the world would you guess Z? That is almost never a part of Hangman. That's a crazy guess. You just want to see us hang. Well, you have 4 more wrong answers available to you. You're doing pretty well so far. Yes, you've got it. It is an H. Whoops, sorry. Whoops. Okay, I see that cue. You really are trying to sabotage. H. Yes, we do have an H. Just the one. Next up, Proto Carl, we have an F. I don't think there's an F. Let me double check. No, there is no F. You have 3 wrong answers left. Oh, that looks great. Next, we have an L from Edgardo. Yes, you are correct. There is an L. Just the one. So now you have 3. You have hold on to. What do you think it is? Steven says R. I think you guys know it. Man, my handwriting is so good on this app. Hey! Who dat life, Chris? Quit it! Hey! Stop it, Fabio! We're not guessing! No guessing! Your drums. All right. Nyx, you is correct. Wait. Yes, you is correct. Oh, yes, that is correct. Next. R is correct, Terry. Wait, we already have an R. Oh, Terry is just ruining it for the whole class. That is unfortunate. We already had an R, Terry. Why? Yes, Basil. Sorry you missed out on choosing your prize before. That was unfortunate. I don't think you guys are going to get it. I don't think the clues are there. It's not clear at all. Hey! I have to put you on the screen because it's a super chat. I said don't put the full phrase there. Sandbun, yes, it is an S. 2 more guesses. E, good. Oops, wrong screen. Man, this is really nice. E's already on there, Basil. Should I, you know what? There will be punishment. There will be punishment for your malfeasance. For that E, you earn an arm. There is 1 wrong answer left. Are you going to negate? Oh, okay, you got the A. Good job. You got it. Everybody's like, it's A, it's A. Yes, you win your 3rd prize of the night. Dave says, Murphy, I believe it is time for you to take a calligraphy class. That is so rude. I agree. This is art. Literally, no one. You got your prize. You're fine. No one is bullying anybody, and no one can say anything about this art. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, but why do I even hire artists? Did any of you watch my Elbath video? I know you didn't, but you should, because I did a hand drawn map. And I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm basically an artist. She's uncontrollable. All right, well, chill. Now, oh, no, I know about the game. All right. These are the prizes. So you guys already have Zoro and Nami. So let me know, do you want Usopp or do you want Luffy as your final prize? Remember, this is your final prize. You missed out on one of your prizes because you didn't know the grain of rice, because even though I had the cheat on the screen. So go ahead and place your votes. Where my prize? I want a hand-drawn map. I mean, I don't know. I can't provide that for you. I'm so very sorry. Zora's already been chosen. Don't make me take your last prize from you because you haven't been paying attention in class. Nami has not been chosen. Wait, who did we choose? We chose Zoro and we chose Nami. We already chose Nami. All right, I'm seeing a lot of Luffy's. I'm not seeing very much. There's not a lot of Usopp love. There's a little. Oh, never mind. There's a little bit of Usopp love in the chat. A lot of Luffy love. More Usopp. You are going to be banned. Lynn, are you ready? Do you have your ban hammer ready? Yeah, well, you're in class right now. Does it not appear that I'm distributing information in a very smooth and clear way? Captain Usopp. All right, you've made the choice. I think it was a good choice, quite frankly, because Luffy's prize, honestly, bit of a dud, but that's all right. You made the right choice. So there we go. I will have it ready for you in approximately 10 hours. And then we can finish up the final bit of the story, which I thought it had a really nice ending. I really liked this movie a lot, you guys. Like, I was kind of expecting something that wasn't much, but the story was pretty great. So you have received 3 prizes this stream. You got the Zoro prize, which is drinks with the crew. You got the Nami prize, which is temporary gold. She's going to steal it back. And finally, Usopp bequeaths to you his hammer. He has decided that you are worthy to work on the ship alongside of him. So you are now working with the crew. Don't know! You are working with the crew side by side, keeping the Mary in tip-top shape. Luffy's answer was a rock. You were going to get a rock as a thank you for choosing him. So, I mean, you did well. I just wanted to see Cursed Gordon on the screen. All right. I mean, thanks for the super chat. I hope that was worth it. Work with the crew. You'll be working with the crew. Why don't you understand what happened to the movie? I will tell you what happened to the movie. We are still discussing it. So the next thing that happened. Oh, I got the super chats. Don't worry. I put a reminder for myself because sometimes I neglect the super chats. But I didn't this time. So good job, me. Without Robin, I don't want to work. She's going to join the crew eventually. You just have to work for a little while. Why are you ungrateful? You have to work anyway. That's not a choice in life. Now you get to work with the Straw Hats at sea. Yes. Oh, I thought you were saying that the hammer was worth it. Not the super chat. Oh my goodness. It's One Piece movie 1. It's the first movie that was produced for One Piece. It was released in the year 2000, so it's 25 years old, and it was really genuinely good. It was genuinely good. I want to not work. Terry, your prize was a hammer, okay? You will be grateful. I have not banned a single person. Y'all should be so lucky. So they get to the top of the mountain. They find an old abandoned house. At the top of the mountain, it's the Straw Hats and it's the grandpa with Odin on top of his head. But unfortunately, El Drago has arrived. He knocks down the house, stomps on the Odin, stomps on Gonzo, whatever his name was, dream. Now, the kid does defend his granddad because now at this point he's realized how important his granddad is to him. Previously, when Luffy and Zoro were fighting a bunch, he was saying, I'm embarrassed by my granddad. All he does is make Odin all day long and nothing else. I want to be nothing like him. Now, after they've been through this together, after he's heard that this is his granddad's dream, that he gave up the ideal of being a pirate to make the best Odin and to serve this to people, now he realizes that it's not my dream, but it is a dream worthy of defending. So El Drago stomps on a man's dream. and little Tobio tries to defend him, but he's a child, so he gets smacked down. And then Luffy, and that's the bottom right-hand panel just here, Luffy picks it up and he eats the dirty, nasty food. And what I really like about this scene is that it cuts to Zoro and he smiles watching Luffy do it, which I thought was a really nice touch, you know, because that's how we're introduced to Zoro. Anyway, he says, "Yum, it's the best Odin in the whole wide world." And then we get some fights. So Zoro challenges the second in command. This fight was actually pretty awesome because Zoro tells the guy, you have been using your sword in the pursuit of gold. And because of that, you have shame in your eyes. And shame will slow your sword down a little bit. So because Zoro is fighting for something that he believes in, not for selfish ambition exclusively, he's fighting for his Nakama. The subtext, he is able to outpace he does a Mihawk. He's able to outpace his opponent and slices through him, but he tells him, as you say, he does a Mihawk. He tells him, once you have your pride back, come find me and we'll fight again. Oh, I loved it. It was such a good fight. Luffy's fight was mostly just boom, crash, pow. He did Gum Gum Bell, Gum Gum Rocket. He did a few different moves. It was a good fight. I enjoyed watching it, but Zoro's just like, you know, it had that impact. And then the rest of the crew just ran off a cliff. That was how it ended. Legitimately, if you probably can't tell, but here at the very, very bottom right corner, they even picked up the guy that Zoro cut down and carried him off the cliff with them. They, after their top two men were defeated, they all just ran. And Luffy's like, yeah, maybe don't, but they just did. So that was the way that they ended. I know, it cracked me up. It was just such a nonsensical, dumb way for them to finish the fight, but I loved it. Sounds like some good fan service. Might check it out someday for the novelty since you say it's good. It's just nostalgic. It just feels nice to watch. It has a lot of funny crew moments. It has like a slice of life feel to it, a nice little side adventure. It's just nice. Yeah, okay, listen. I don't know. I don't know why I said listen. Sanji's fine. We'll pick him up later. Is why the OST track is called Gold and Odin. I didn't even know it was called that. But that's super interesting. Okay, so after they get through the battle, they then go down into the tunnel. Okay, well, you can calm down, Nova Arc. More than strong world is what? Oh, you're responding to someone else. Okay. All right, that's fine. So after they finish the fights, they go down into the tunnel that they uncovered right before they had to go into the fights, and they do find Wunan. However, he's a skeleton. That man is dead. There's writing all over the wall. Here he explains essentially that what his friend told him way back when they were kids has really stuck to him, and he's realized the truth of it. All this time in his life, he has been chasing all this gold, collecting all this gold, stealing it, thieving, collecting it to the point that you can see the gold from far off because it glows so bright in the night. But once he was surrounded by gold and luxury and he had accomplished his dream, he realized that what Danzo had said to him so far back, which was, gold can't laugh. It can't feel. It doesn't have any companionship. It might as well be a rock. So he realized that was true. What he wanted all this time was adventure, not the prize. He got the prize and he's satisfied by the adventure, so he can return the prize. So somehow the guy returned all the gold to everyone he had stolen it from. Over years of thievery, somehow he went back to every single one of them and gave them their gold back. Don't ask questions. That's what the letter said. Maybe it was a little bit indulgent. So that's what he said he did. So there is no gold. Nami was pretty disappointed in that. But he also, in his final writings on the wall, he said, please don't burn this place down. My greatest treasure is here. And that's what we're looking at right now. Gonzo did pull his greatest treasure out of his hands, and it was the flag that so long ago he was hanging by in the tree, and that Gonzo sacrificed himself so that he wouldn't fall too, which Gonzo was fine, but it was like by a miracle. So his prize, his dream was the flag. And in the message, he said, I don't regret what I did. I don't regret dedicating my life to this because I had my adventure, and all along you were there with me in this flag. So that's the end. That's the end of their story and their conclusion. I'm just imagining he stole all the gold from the same guy just to mess with him. That would be hilarious. If it was like one ultra wealthy person and he just kept coming back and coming back and coming back. Yeah, I know. I mean, it seems like it, right? Like it's basically the One Piece, except that he returned it all. Or he could have also said that he dumped the gold into the sea. Well, he didn't say that. But it's possible that he did that and he just wanted to have his memory be that he was a more righteous man than he was. So it ended with the crew asking Tobio, so do you still want to be a pirate? Because that was Tobio's dream. Do you still want to be a pirate, or are you going to stay here and continue to work for your grandpa? And what I really liked is that Tobio didn't make his decision here and now. He, this whole time, has been saying, I'm trying to get away from my grandpa's legacy. He's an embarrassment, which is exactly what Wunan had said to him. You're an embarrassment. Your dream isn't worthy. And Tobio agreed, and he wanted to be like Wunan. And so in the end, he's being asked, do you still want to be like Wunan, or are you going to follow your granddad? And Tobio said, I don't know. I'm not going to make my choice right now. But for now, I'm going to work with my dad, or with my granddad. And if I can just have, I don't remember exactly how he put it, if I can just have the same kind of drive that he has had, then I know I'll figure it out. So now he's going back to where he was, but with admiration for his granddad instead of disdain. He thought all the gold was like those chocolate coins, and he got sad that they weren't. So the movie ends on Nami looting El Drago's ship. I don't know. I guess he hasn't left yet. And now they have a bunch of gold. They try to pay Tobio and Granddad back, but they say, no, you can't pay us back. You're just going to owe us. That way you have to return one day and pay it back. Then that way we'll see you again. So they leave all saying, see you later. And that is the end. Still watching the beginning. This level of chaotic Murphy reminds me of no Dude Naroom videos. At first I didn't know. I couldn't read it all together. Well, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Go buy your village back. Yeah. Good point. She did make off with a lot of gold. So anyway, the ending is really sweet as well. I really like that Tobio came around and appreciated his grandfather's dream, even though it's not his dream, put value into it. Overall, I thought the story was really good. Like I thought that I already said this, but it had like the old nostalgic humor, crew interactions. It was very slice of life, but still with a bit of mystery and adventure, new characters that were very charming, a solid antagonist. Just overall, it was a really good story. I really genuinely had such a good, like I expected it to be like, okay, cool. We watched a movie. There's a couple of things to be said, but it was so delightful to watch. So I had a really good time. Oh, I think keeping up with super chats. Man, previous Murphy was really afraid I would fall behind on these, but I'm doing fine. Okay, so, oh, golly gee. You all let me know how you rate it. Oh, okay. Found one. The movies are hard to find. Did you pirate one? I'm definitely not an undercover cop, so you can trust me. So the movies are not on Crunchyroll or Netflix. You can purchase a disc on Amazon, but it's really it's not compatible with typical, if you're in the US, it's not compatible with typical US DVD players. So you have to purchase a special kind of DVD player to make that work. So I also looked on eBay and you can find discs there, but I'm pretty sure it's the same issue with the DVD player. So you can buy them through eBay or Amazon, or you can pirate. So that is up to you. But whatever way you do it, it's a really, I thought, well worth the watch. It's only 50 minutes long too. Like, it's so short. Hi. Okay, so I figure as we go through these movies, if we keep doing this, if we had fun, oh my goodness. Okay, well, thank you. Sorry. Thank you, Sonic Stormer. Not bad. Needs more skull jokes. 4 out of 5. You know what? Honestly, agreed, because I love Brooks skull jokes. So I figure if we like this, if we want to keep doing these every now and then we can do a tier list. We can, as we go, rank them and see. So, oh, you had fun? Well, good. I'm glad. So, okay, wow. Okay, I'm surprised. I'm not a good streamer. It's not something I do very much. I know I'm not the best presenter. I know that I have a bunch of technical difficulties. So, I'm glad. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Get out of here. So, if you want to check out the special episodes too, I recommend the first special and the fourth. The Straw Hats do a play in that one. Oh, that sounds so fun. Okay, good. Well, maybe after we go through the movies, we can start going through the, get to the fillers too. I did the G8 filler. Yes, okay, fine. Don't get ahead of yourselves. If we get through the movies and we still want to keep doing this stuff, then it's more funny and authentic because you mess up. Well, I mess up a lot, so I'm glad you like it. If we like this enough that we want to keep going after the movies, then we can look into the filler content. That's what I've been trying to say. My goodness. So here's our ranking system. We have the top tier, which is that it should be canon. We would consider it among the rest of the anime. We have a delightful side quest. The next tier is nice, but I'll forget it. Had a good time, but we don't need to talk about it that much. And then we have, what was the point? My life was not enriched. And then finally, cleanse my eyes. I wish I hadn't even seen it. So, oh, has Tekking not finished all the movies? I can hold it over his head? No, he'll probably try to finish before. Don't tell him I'm doing this. If you just don't tell him that I'm doing this, then we probably could finish all the movies before Tekking. So, let's make that our goal. You guys got to keep the secret, though. More One Piece to share with Murph. Oh, no. Yeah. I liked it. I don't know. It was a great start. A delightful side quest. It's too late. What, do you have him on speed dial? Are you texting him, letting him know what the plan is? Oh, my goodness. So, let me actually... is busy complete. Yeah, that's right. He's busy completing the devil fruits. He said he had like 25 of those left, so we don't need to worry about it. I'm gonna look at what y'all rated, and then I'll tell you what I rated. I'm gonna end the poll. Okay, how do you rate this movie? 40% gave it 3 stars. 27% gave it 4 stars. 25% said 5 stars. Wow. And 7% said 2 stars. So I have it. I didn't go star rating system in my system, but I have it. Did it show up? Yeah. As a delightful side quest. I'd give it about a 4-star movie. Like, I just liked it. It was just fun. It wasn't the most groundbreaking thing in the world. I wouldn't treat it as canon, but I would watch it again. It was a great time. Nice. I'll forget. Fair enough. That is the one that won. The 3 stars is what most people said, but maybe I'll change it. Maybe I'll put it down a little bit after I watch some of the other movies, but I thought it was genuinely just a good time. So let me see if we had anything else that we needed to do. That's just more prizes. That's nothing. You guys got your prizes. It's over. Okay, that's all. Wow, you guys gave it 3 stars. I picked 3 stars because the best are yet to come. Yeah, that's the problem with rating at this stage for you, is because you're already comparing it to the others. I'm not. So my rating is just based off of this one movie. But hey, maybe I will knock it down, or I'll just have multiple 4 stars and I'll put other ones ahead of it. I don't know. We'll see what happens as we go along. But that is the stream for the first One Piece movie. For if we do continue on. Let me know if you liked this. If we do continue on, then I will have different games/challenges/prizes that you can win. Maybe I'll be a little bit more organized. probably I won't. I set up everything to do with this stream just a few hours before the stream happened, and I don't see myself changing very much in the future. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for putting up with me. And I will see you guys again next time. Bye, guys.